Hi, Mark here from HARS Aviation Museum. Today's the 17th of December 2020, and that means it's the 85th anniversary of the first flight of the DC-3. To celebrate, we're going to take this DC-3, well, C-47, on a scenic flight over Sydney Harbour.
It was 32 years to the day after the Wright brothers first took to the air when the prototype DC-3, known as the Douglas Sleeper Transport, took to the skies over Santa Monica. The DC-3 became instrumental in establishing the airline industry in the 1930s and made air travel popular. Its rugged, over-engineered design meant that it was an obvious choice as a transport utility aircraft when the Second World War broke out, and a military version was produced, the C-47. Also known as the Dakota, over 16,000 DC-3s and C-47s were produced from 1935 to 1949. And when the war was over, thousands of them were converted for civilian airline use. In Australia, many airlines operate at the time, including Qantas, Australian National Airways and Trans-Australia Airlines. But today, we're flying an aircraft that was built as a C-47 for the Royal Australian Air Force in 1945. This aircraft holds the record for the longest serving aircraft in the Royal Australian Air Force, having been delivered and seeing service during the last months of the Second World War and operating continuously until 1999. Actually, it has been operated continuously by HARS Aviation Museum since it was acquired from the Air Force, so this aircraft celebrated 75 years of operations this year. Today's flight will take us from Shell Harbour Airport south of Wollongong, 60 nautical miles up the east coast past Seacliff Bridge, Stanwell Park and the Royal National Park. Then on to Cronulla, where we'll pass under the approach path for Sydney Airport. From Sydney Heads, we'll climb to 1,500 feet and continue to Longreef while our clearance for the Harbour Scenic is processed. After a short hold, we'll head towards the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House, departing via Sydney Heads and back down Victor 1 to return to Shell Harbour Airport.